What's up, guys? I got a few new subscribers recently, so welcome to the channel. Yeah, take me a while to sit down and do this video, mainly because I've just been kind of putting off getting back in front of the camera. Also, I'm a little bit hesitant to kind of come on here and do these kind of videos where I give my advice, just because at the end of the day I'm young and, you know, still figuring a lot of stuff out on my own already as it is.
You ain't got the answers, man.
But, you know, I was sitting down and thinking while I was coming up with the idea for this video that, you know, this is my 5th year as a pro, so if I haven't learned anything by now, that's kind of a problem, and it's just from my experience. So yeah, I'm a pro basketball player, for those of you that don't know, if it's not apparent already. And just in my time, these are just like some kind of lessons, I would say, of sort of like how I like to approach the whole being a pro basketball player thing. I will say I don't think all of these lessons are exclusively just like if you play basketball, like you won't get any sort of value from what I got to say. Life's funny like that. You pay attention, something that happens in your life here will give you the answers to the test somewhere else. So enough from me. Let's just get into it, I guess.
You ain't been doing the education,
bro.
Enjoy now. Like we're gonna start off with the cliches. It's quite easy to fall prey to destinationitis. What is destinationitis? It's kind of this thing you feel that, okay, when I get there, everything's gonna be great. Constantly looking ahead, and that's not to say don't have goals and aspirations, that's not really at all, but thinking that, you know, life's just gonna suddenly just make sense and shit's just gonna be popping when you get where you think you want to go. I did that for a number of years, and I think I cheated myself out of some enjoyment, just looking ahead and not really appreciating or necessarily seeing the opportunities that are around me. I'm not present in where I'm at now. I'm thinking 5 years and where I need to be in 5 years, and I think that's quite self-destructive. It's important to have goals and aspirations and stuff like that, but in looking ahead, you can miss out and steal joy from where you are now. Like, you want to make every day fun because you don't know how long this kind of thing's gonna last. You don't know the good old days until the good old days.
What a concept.
Another cliche one. I'm sorry. Try not to waste your downtime. You get so much downtime. Maybe a little bit too much downtime. Shit, it's my downtime right now. I don't have practice till the evening. What do I fill my day with? Only so much Netflix and video games and stuff I can play. But now I have you guys. Thanks, all
188
of you. I have you guys to talk to. So that's kind of what I'm trying to fill my day with now. My point is, I could have done this 4 years ago and been leaps and bounds ahead of where I am now. Hindsight's 2020, but that's my point. Well, it's quite easy as a basketball player to just get into the same routines that you were doing, and like you have no real reason to grow. Do you know what I mean? When you're a kid, you were just playing basketball. Yeah! Coming home, chilling out, like doing whatever. You did the same in college, most likely. Class is done, like schoolwork, whatever, like chilling out with your teammates, playing video games and all of that stuff. You know, unless you've already got something going on or some extracurricular stuff that you're into, you're probably not doing a lot. I was one of those guys. You don't necessarily need to have all the answers right away, but, well, you want to know which directions you don't want to be heading in. You want to say you've tried that, not for you, or tried that, didn't work out. You know, the ball stops bouncing for everybody at some point, and one, you don't know when that is, and two, I feel like when that time comes, you want to at least know what the hell you don't want to do. 15 minutes a day, like if you would, I'll link it somewhere, but if you took the time to watch my podcast with Leah, we had spoken about like what's our rock star dream, and in that I was talking about, like, you know, just 15 minutes a day. If you could do anything in the world and not fail, like, what would you do? And then once you figure that out, like, okay, well, why can't you dedicate 15 minutes a day to it? If you dedicate 15 minutes a day to it, you'll be a lot further in achieving what you want to achieve than just doing nothing about it, you know? So stop wasting time. Stop making, I don't know what I want to do, an excuse. Dedicate 15 minutes to trying or thinking or anything, doing something else.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
It is not your year every year. Life cannot be all ups. Simple or not, you know, you go onto different teams in different situations, and everybody wants the best for themselves because, of course, you're worrying about getting a job next year. But, you know, basketball's a team sport at the end of the day. And while, like, you can do your utmost best, you're not necessarily going to be the guy who's averaging 20, 10, and 10. Like, it's just not how pro basketball works. It can't always be you. And some years it might be you. Some years, you know, you might be in a situation that's perfect. You know, you might be the guy that, you know, we're going to, you might be the best player on the team. Sometimes you may be the best player on the team, but, you know, the ball's going this way or whatever, the systems run this way, and it can't be you. The most destructive thing you can do is then that let you spiral just because, it's not my year, so the coach sucks, this sucks, teammates suck, and, you know, just screw yourself over in other ways. You can cheat yourself out of a job that way if a coach sees on film that you got awful body language because you're not happy you getting the ball enough. Like, why would I pick you up next season? So I think it's important that you, as a pro, you need to pride yourself on being able to just be effective and winning wherever you go. Like, above all else, like, they're the two things that if you hire me, I'm going to affect the game in positive ways. And we're going to win. And then no matter where you go, you're valuable. I think being effective and win is more important than anything because it's just not your year every year. It can't be. And if it is, like, mate, you're a better guy than me. But focus on being effective. This is super, super important. So listen up. This is for all my guys playing overseas and in different countries. It's important to try as much as you can to embrace where you live and the people in it. And leave a mark. You've been given a unique opportunity that not everyone gets to just go and live amongst the locals in another town somewhere and really like become a local. You can gain some perspectives, some new life perspectives from just being in that experience because you now know what it's like to be a foreigner. You know what it's like to struggle to communicate. And at the end of the day, life's about people, man. Like, you want to meet people along this journey. I've been reading Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights. It's his memoirs. It's a decent read. Book review aside, yeah, there's a quote from there that I want to share with you. It's not got the best imagery, but he says, you want to be wet shit, not dry shit. Bear with me. Wherever you go, you want to leave a mark, leave your stink. And I think, you know, while we should be aspiring to be more than just shit in our lives, there's some sense in that. You want wherever you go people to felt your presence and to have left a mark on the fondly as well. Hopefully, you know, you don't want to leave a bad mark, but I think that's important wherever you go. Like I said, life's about people, and the more people that we can touch positively, you know.
It's a double rainbow all the way.
So at the beginning of the video, I was supposed to say something like, you know what all the YouTubers do, you know, these are 5 tips for, and I've just been running through the list. So I don't know what we're on right now. This is like 3, 4. I have played in pretty much small towns my entire career up until this season in Manchester. Being in a small town in comparison to a city is like night and day. So just that, like, it matters where you play. And I was one of these guys, again, just typical basketball player kind of like mentality, like, oh, the man, it don't matter, you know, I go where the who goes kind of thing. Like, I'll be all right. Okay, you say that, but like, I promise you, for most of you, you're not that guy. It matters to you so much because it's a long 8 to 9 months, man. It's a long season. And like I said, it's not your year every year. If things aren't popping for you on the court and off the court, you're miserable because there's 2 hours of daylight and it's cold as hell. You're going to be miserable. You'll be tougher for it, I'll give you that. Just last season, we had the whole incident in Israel, and clubs weren't trying to let players go. Where you play matters. You should take that into account, not just because of your mental health, just flat out safety. You know what I mean? Don't go wherever the basketball tells you to go. You need balance. I've played with guys that came over. It wasn't the best situation. They had a miserable time because they didn't really enjoy the basketball. They hated off the court, like it wasn't much better, and they quit. If you don't feel like you're going to be happy in this situation, don't just go to that situation because an agent is telling you it's going to be good for you. Like, the agent works for you. You be the big man.
You need to know the balance. Not West balance.
What do you want basketball to do for you? It goes back to when you was in school, when you was in high school, or, you know, you was watching Coach Carter, and it was like, you know, use basketball. Don't let it use you. And that doesn't stop like at college. Success means different things to different people. Could be have been a successful pro basketball player, maybe never made it to the level of basketball that you wanted, but basketball was able to put you in a position where you were able to set up businesses, have a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, maybe even live in another country. Like, I've met guys that have like got out of their country, now got citizenship in a new country, got their kids, living with their girlfriends. Like, you know, their life has completely changed. And like, who are you to tell them that they were not successful? You could argue completely the opposite. So don't let all your decisions and all of your the way you see success just be through the lens of basketball. You were doing all of this so that you could make a living off of this. Now, while a lot of us aren't really fortunate to go and play and make six figures or make millions in the NBA or, you know, any of that stuff, like, there's still a lot of opportunity for you to capitalize off of being a pro basketball player. Just as it's like so difficult to get to the NBA, a lot of people don't even make it at this point. So I think you have an obligation to maximize everything that being a professional basketball player has to offer you. Yeah. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll do some more of these videos if I got any aspiring basketball players, current pros, anybody like that. Hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you. Any questions about being a pro that you'd like to ask me, you know, if I can't answer your questions, maybe we can do another video like this. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again to all my new subscribers. We're nearly there. Let's get to 200. That'd be dope. So subscribe. Be gang. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm out here.
Now I got food on my plate. Show a little money, start acting different. That shit a shame, yeah. Niggas just call me Activision. Cause I get